Welcome everyone to a very special casted game here. This is the first of several games in the Hometown Center Group's Double Trouble Tourney this weekend, and we are jumping straight in to Nomad megarandom games here with the players going head-to-head for a chance to make it to the final round for a championship. So we're just getting everything set up here as everyone is getting their villagers out and getting town centers constructed, all that good stuff. Had some hiccups this morning, but got it all figured out and we are good to go. So let's go around the map here and do some introductions for our players, and we will go from there. We're gonna build all, and we're gonna go right down the list. So, who is in this game? On Team 1, playing color purple as the Chinese civilization, it is Bing Bon, FYL1. And he's got a nice little spawn here with gold mine, stone outcropping, berry bushes, all that good stuff. Some wood lines not too far away. Our second player, his teammate, just a little out of order here. Second player, playing in the color pink as the Chinese civilization as well, is Sneaky 945. Also, interesting spawn here. Gold, stone, wood, and berries, all pretty close to that town center. So looking good. Looking really good. On Team 2, our third player, is Gotcha. He's playing in the color green as what civilization is Holy Roman Empire. And it looks like Gotcha's still trying to find a base here. Still finding that ideal location. We'll check. Oh, here we go. Alright, so he's found it here. He's got a gold mine nearby and got a plan. Lots of gold nearby. Looking good. Alright. And also on Team 2, Gotcha's teammate is Praetorian. He's playing in the color red as the Delhi civilization. And for our last team, Team 3, playing in the color teal as the Holy Roman civilization, it is Renion. And Renion's teammate in the color blue, the west side of the map here, in the Delhi civilization, is MilfGuard. Absolutely love that name. Also got a good spawn here. Got some gold, a wood line, berry bushes a little ways away. Could get those. His teammate is near the water as well, so they'll have good control of the map that way. One thing I'd like to point out about this, as I'm looking at the map here initially, seeing that this is a wide open land map. There's a couple small lakes and things with shoreline fish and stuff like that, but you're not going to be fielding large navies there. Small lake over here, again, same thing. But on this side of the map, on the west, with Renion and MilfGuard, they've got pretty early control and access to this large lake, which could be the site of some very interesting naval battles. We'll see what happens with that. Now, once again, this is the Hometown Center Group's Double Trouble Tourney. So we've got Nomad megarandom games with random civilization, random biomes, all that good stuff. Teams of 6 in pools. Teams of 2 in 6-player games for placement pools to get into the 8-player final game. So we're gonna see what happens here. In a first tourney, it's a little bit on the fly, has to be expected, but we are getting after it. And I'm just going to check something with the player score here. I'm noticing here, it's interesting with these civilizations. They might have forgotten to pick random. I'm just going out on a limb. They might have picked instead of random auto choosing, but that's okay if everyone got a chance to choose. That should be okay. Just seems a little interesting. Yeah, we've got multiple doubles here. So interesting. Well, so let's get started. Let's see what we're looking at here. We'll give it a good gander. Looks like Sneaky is committing fully to gold and berries. And just getting a good start here. Going for that early age up, I have to imagine. Resources, it looks like that tracker is turned off here. Oh man, Sneaky, very early on, has found out Renion's base. He's... Oh gosh. Barbican of the Sun is attempted to go up, and it looks like it was blown up. Okay, Renion successfully defended his base. Nice. Wooden palisade walls going up. Another attempt at the Barbican. Here we go. Early shenanigans. Early rush. Villagers, knives out. And, attacking the Chinese villagers. Oh my god. Oh god, a few of them are already dead. It's a bloodbath here. Wow, that is pretty crazy. MilfGuard's getting in on the action with a scout, running away with a bunch of sheep. Here we go. Holy cow, Renion. All those villagers. Barely, just barely. Only 400 hit points to go on that landmark. And all the villagers are dead. And now Renion, fully committed with almost every single one of his villagers, is just assaulting this Barbican. And his teammate MilfGuard with the scout, they're... Oh gosh, this is cheeky. I love it. I love it. They're boxing the Barbican in with palisade walls. Oh gosh, that might just be the thumbnail. That might be it. I'm loving it. I love it. That's good. Well, the Barbican does go up, and there is that fortification. There's some walls around it. Interesting plays here by both teams there. That's some early action going on. Meanwhile, our other players are slowly getting their bases built up. Praetorian is getting his Dome of the Faith. He's already looking at age 2. Sneaky's definitely there already with that Barbican, so that's a early booster for Sneaky. MilfGuard is committing heavily to wood. I have to imagine that's either for walls or maybe potentially looking to get into siege of some kind right away in age 3. Could be seeing something interesting going on there, or ram rush. Good chance it's a ram rush, because with that Barbican, that would be wise to try to take that out as soon as possible. I think we might see some rams coming out here. I'm gonna call it right now. Gotcha, getting the Aachen Chapel started. Going up. And Gotcha and Praetorian, their bases are very close together here, which in the interest of sharing resources can be a little bit tough, because, you know, you're giving less to each player, sort of, but at the same token, your resources are more safe, because you have a teammate there to help protect your spawn. So if it were me, I would personally love to do this. Even though I'd be sharing some of my resources, I would know that I'm better defended. So, interesting strategy, I like that. It looks good. Aachen Chapel's going up, so both those players on that team just reached age 2 together. And they are looking real strong right now. Up in the... What's the center of the map here? We got Bing Bon, Barbican of the Sun going up next to the town center, getting a defensive position set up. And our players haven't really expanded too much. They're kind of in their own bases, just getting ready for what comes next. So we'll see some slower expansion, I have a feeling. As the game is off to a really good start, though. It's really interesting so far, and some of that early action is certainly not to be overlooked. Just checking the volume real quick here. Well, I'm at 55, looking good. means we can balance it out so I'm not drowned out by music and all that good stuff. Double temples for MilfGuard. That will help with research speed once those scholars come through. Barracks is constructed. Also help. How many players do we have with a barracks or archery range? It looks like so far just MilfGuard. Oh no, Praetorian as well has a barracks. So okay. Well, everyone has reached the feudal age except for Renion, who is now just reaching feudal as the Aachen Chapel is constructed near this mine. A couple defensive towers already constructed. I love that. That looks good. Scout just kind of tapping away at it, doing a little bit of an attack. Oh gosh, that scout's going down? Not quite. Almost. Almost. I expect we'll see a lot of aggression between Renion, Praetorian, and Gotcha here, as they're all pretty heavy hitters, and they're all so close together that it'll naturally, they'll bleed into each other's bases a little bit. Palisade walls going up for Renion. He's definitely protecting the flanks, trying to keep that eastern front as defended as possible. That's smart. Praetorian doing a little bit of a sneak attack here with two spearmen, tapping away at that palisade gate. Not going to blow it up anytime soon, but definitely causing a little bit of a nuisance, which be interesting to see how Renion responds to that. Archer range going up. There we go. Alright, archers being trained. Makes sense. Here we go. Attack alarms going off. In these games, I imagine could run a little bit long. Nomads usually do anyway, because it's a slower start. And just by the nature of it, as you've got, for all intents and purposes, it's teams, but it's really a free-for-all here. And, you know, everyone's really going to be building up bases, getting strong defensive positions, and with lots of walls, that definitely adds a dynamic to the game. Certainly takes a while. Now, in the base of MilfGuard, he's got a scholar inside the stable. Horsemen coming out at lightning speed. Only 11 seconds instead of 15. That's pretty good. And we have... what is our sacred site? So there's 3 sacred sites on the map. And all of them are extremely close together. We've got... they're literally all on top of each other. If you put a castle here in that stealth forest, you would be defending every single one of those sacred sites at once. And looks like Praetorian is the one who's grabbing them up. 2 sacred sites basically already captured. And now MilfGuard just denied one of those. But Gotcha with his prelates is going to grab up relics. Yeah, Praetorian and Gotcha. They seem to have a bit of a stranglehold on that center objective right now, so we're gonna see what happens. Yeah, this is gonna get heated really quick. So 2 sacred sites already claimed. Okay. And Renion is really getting a heck of a base built up here. Multiple palisade walls. The Burgrave Palace is already done. And he's going to start pumping out infantry lightning fast. Houses going up to help support that population. His ally, horsemen at the ready to support as needed. And we're seeing German knights come out here for Gotcha. He's beginning to do a knight shuffle, where we've got 4 or 5 in queue. Gonna have a pretty sizable army of knights in a minute here. Now, Sneaky and Bing Bon as a team here, they are the only team members that are truly separated from one another. Bing Bon is way up in the center of the map there, whereas Sneaky is in the western edge, and that's going to get really tough for them in a minute here, I suspect, because their opponents will just have the advantage of 2-on-1 fights, unless they can find a way to build extra landmarks somewhere else on the map. Could maybe be a saving grace, but you know, right now it's not a crisis, as all players are still kind of gearing up for fights, but as we get into the later game, that will almost certainly start to spell trouble. But you have Barbicans. So you got that going for him. And that wood line for MilfGuard is almost completely demolished. Just taking that wood out, you know, just really working that wood. Love to see it. So all those villagers on it just chopping away. One stealth, not stealth force, one forest after another. Very good. We got some idle villagers here for gotcha. 3 relics in the Regnitz Cathedral, there we go. 600 gold income a minute extra. That is a lot. That is not to be overlooked. And keep in mind, too, that since he's on a team with Praetorian, they're getting the Sacred Site, which is another... How much is that? That's... I'd have to double check. I think it's 100 extra a minute, if I'm not mistaken, but it helps. Gotcha's got another relic here. He has grabbed every single one, pretty much. Relic will go in one of the towers or something. Has anyone else grabbed a relic? It looks like our 5th relic is here in between Sneaky and MilfGuard. And no one has claimed it yet. No one's gone for monasteries yet. And it looks like that 3rd sacred site has been claimed by Renion, who's contesting that objective. And going for another sacred site, looking to steal that away. Maybe not. Maybe it's a distraction. Still moving away? Okay. Alright, the frames are dipping here just a little bit. This is why I don't stream live on Twitch, unfortunately, until I can get a better computer, as this machine has a hard time. Here we go, alright, a conversion. I don't think it worked. I don't think it was successful. But it was a good try. Praetorian tried to convert some of those, or did it work? That might have worked. Unclear. I wasn't watching it soon enough. But very interesting. And we've got to keep... Renion is constructing a castle inside of Gotcha's base. Just right on top of those stables. Knights going toe-to-toe with the war elephants, the tower elephants. Oh my gosh. Those things are formidable. Going after the Dome of the Faith. Holy cow. They are not letting up. Renion's got men-at-arms attacking the scholars for Praetorian. Villagers going in the town centers. We've got a desperate defense here. That is pretty crazy. The castle has been constructed. It is up. Right on top of Gotcha's stables and town center. The food production's looking really solid with the farms. And plenty of wood getting gathered up, but his military places, that's stuff, and the villagers coming out of the town center are prime targets for that castle to snipe at. Huge armies coming in from MilfGuard. Lots of crossbowmen. Strong numbers here. Lots of spears and swordsmen as well for Renion. Really putting pressure here on Praetorian and Gotcha. And while this is going on, Bing Blon is coming in for that sneak attack. And well, not so much an attack, but Bing Bon is contesting sacred sites a little bit and just getting in on the action. It looks like our players that are separated are really kind of being unbothered at the moment. They're just doing their thing. Praetorian's town center's really working hard to try to take out the armies of Renion and MilfGuard. It's tough. That's really tough. This is a hard fight. When you've got elephants and castles in your base, very hard to deal with. Yeah, it looks like they saw the relic steal happen in slow motion and decided, yeah, we're gonna put a stop to that. It looks like Gotcha is now shifting into more of an infantry-based army. More spears, archers, things like that. Praetorian's definitely converted full crossbowmen. Trying to deal with those tower elephants. There's a secret town center in the north side of the map for Bing Bon, so getting some sneaky beaky action there. These tower elephants just, they don't let up. They're just going for it. No mercy, going for the town center. Gotcha's initial landmark. Under dire threat. From dire straits here. MilfGuard, I believe, is the first to reach Imperial Age. With a very masterfully constructed base there. Love it. Czar Academy for extra food. Interesting. And Renion is building the Palace of Swabia next to these mines here in the Aachen Chapel. Going to be pumping out even more villagers. We've got 63 so far. Probably going to increase that number by a decent amount. Bing Bon is trying to deny that landmark, but those crossbowmen are no match for the towers, apparently. Landmark goes up. That team together is an Age 4. Got a stranglehold on this match. MilfGuard's elephants and Renion's infantry have completely disrupted the farm economy for Gotcha. Things are looking very, very dicey here. Regnitz Cathedral's gone. Aachen Chapel about to go down. They're fully committed to the assault. Archer range is getting sieged out. Blown up, destroyed. Razed to the ground. Praetorian's got a small army building. Excuse me. Small army building in his base. Blacksmiths researching upgrades as fast as possible. Here we go, we got a skirmish. MilfGuard and Renion. I'm going to take a screenshot of this keep here. Just because that looks pretty interesting. Things are looking really tough here. Now, Gotcha does have an Age 4 landmark with the Palace of Swabia in the eastern corner of the map here, so still in the game. Things are still going. Not out of the running yet. Excuse me. Holy cow. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's a villager swarm for Praetorian. He's got... How many is that? That's his entire villager count of 61 villagers after a few were lost. Running all the way across the map. Desperately trying to escape the spears and tower elephants. Splitting those villagers up. running right into the Barbican. Running up that hill into the Barbican. Unfortunate, that's tough. Oh gosh. Hate to see it. Feels bad, man. Splitting up those villagers into different groups, trying to sneak as many out of the way as possible. Looks like Gotcha and Praetorian have definitely given up on these bases here, just have said, okay, we're gonna completely shift. And yeah, a lot of those villagers here in the center of the map, they're gone for sure. They're tying up some numbers of cavalry and infantry for the opponents and just doing his best to really stay alive here. The BGs would be very proud. That's crazy. Man, that is interesting. Now, Renion has found out the other base here. Renion is now aware that there is another place for Gotcha. And he's exploiting that. There's archers going after the villagers and the infantry. Cannon emplacements on the outposts. Okay, I like it. Strong defenses. We've got Deadly Lancers for MilfGuard. Tower offense. Oh god, this is a furious assault. Praetorian is beginning to construct his Palace of the Sultan in the far north of the map. Just keeping the team in the running. Keeping them alive. Another castle right on top of Praetorian's original base. Meanwhile, Sneaky down here has just been left to his own devices, just building castles, landmarks left and right, stables, archer ranges, steady food production, just chilling like a villain down here, just unbothered, left, do his own thing. It's pretty interesting. And it looks like Gotcha's final base here is compromised. Final landmark is about to go down. Can Praetorian finish constructing the Palace of the Sultan in time? Yes, he does. He appears to do it. Bingo. They're still in the game. Walls will be going up. This is a desperate defense. They are doing everything they possibly can to stay alive. Gotcha is indefinitely out of this. There's no villagers left. The relics are gone, the base is compromised. The only thing that could really change this for Gotcha is if Praetorian were somehow able to repair the town center for him, let him get villagers on the field, something of that sort. But this is definitely now a 2v2v1, where Praetorian is really all trapped right now. Gotcha's got a few villagers left. Okay, all hope is not lost. I was wrong. Okay, there's a few left. There's one villager over here starting to gather stone on the east side of the map. And there's another villager here in the northeast area, chilling on top of a mountain, just staying hidden. Another villager going west, exploring. And there's another few in the north, pretty much just building near his ally. Not much can be done. There's no wood, there's no gold. It's a challenging situation. Gonna need some donations from his ally to get wood. That is really tough. That's really tough. Switching over to Praetorian's viewpoint here. And it looks like Bingbon is removing another sacred site from Praetorian's roster. So there will be no flamed sacred sites at this point of the game. Oh, some German infantry are coming after one of Gotcha's villagers there. 300 or 400 wood received from Praetorian. A town center is going up. There we go. Gotcha is rebuilding once again. If you build it, they will come. He is getting a town center up. Going to start getting villagers trained as soon as possible, and we're going to see this happen. Oh gosh, Renion's got a few units here that they have discovered these stone mining villagers of Gotcha. Or has he? Yeah, they're discovered. Definitely exposed. Those villagers are not long for this world, and now the attention has shifted to Sneaky, where MilfGuard is beginning to assault the Chinese base here, going for food production, taking out landmarks, not really paying attention to the castle, just kind of letting it snipe away, focusing units where they're needed most. And Bingbon is unclear if he's coming to the rescue of Gotcha and Praetorian or trying to go in for a sneaky kill. But those collar elephants appear to be going down. Lancers and horsemen and spears and crossbows. Just the whole kitchen sink. Lots of skirmishes going on here. We're definitely seeing a shift in the game. Gotcha doing his best to repair Praetorian's walls. Enemy at the gates. Here you go. This is the original flick. Pretty interesting here. Stash is at my side. Huge water jug. All these games we're casting. Drinks. Ready to go. And Sneaky, it looks like, is out of the game here. No more Sneaky. Bingbon is all alone. Bingbon's definitely got a decent base here. Clock Tower STP is really helping to defend it too against those infantry. And there we go. We got MilfGuard's insane wall of lancers that are now about to make an absolute meal out of Bingbon's base. That is tough. That is challenging. The shark is in the water. It's going down. The garrison in the village, in the town center, in the Barbican. Anywhere they can find shelter. Now Gotcha's coming back to one of his bases here, is looking to get more towers constructed, rebuild the Palace of Swabia. Lots of wood in the bank, so that's possible. And then Renion shows up with some ships. Oh, that's That's pretty cheeky. That's pretty crazy. Coming in with Carex, attacking the town center. Oh, that's tough. Food production just being absolutely annihilated. Bing Bon is under direct pressure here. MilfGuard just using the Lancers to great effect here. Taking out towers, villagers, blowing up the village. Probably gonna burn down some farms here in a minute. Leaves a few villagers alive. Just letting them be. It looks like the game is pretty much about to end. I mean, we're in the end game here. Sieging down the walls. Here we go. Here we go. And they're in. The Lancers come right through, kill that villager. She was getting the wall built. Fortunately, she did not succeed. More villagers going down. The Palace of Swabia. No dice. It does not get repaired right as it was about to be finished. Unfortunately, it's gone. It is gone. That is all she wrote for the Palace of Swabia. Our fell right on top of those horsemen. They would have been dead if that were real, but I'll just sip my tea, Kermit the Frog style on that one. Castles constructed right outside of these walls for Praetorian. Counterweight trebuchet, here we go. This is the final assault. Infantry have managed to get on top of the walls. And they are in the base. The Palace of the Sultan is going down. And that is the end. Praetorian and Gotcha, our team here, appear to be deceased. And they have been removed from the game. MilfGuard and Renion appear to be the champs here of this placement round. They appear to be moving on. Bing Bon, we'll be speaking too soon. Bing Bon is still in the game. Still, we're getting resources, but things are looking very dire here. All of these other players' focus is going straight onto Bing Bon. Their entire forces, siege units, infantry, cavalry, all in position. Get that mic adjusted just a little bit. Just getting it as comfortable as possible. Bing Bon's base is going down. Villagers killed en masse. Farms being disrupted. Landmarks ripe for the destruction. Castle going up inside the base. There we go. That is G. And Barbican going by Lancers. That looks like game over. Bing Bon does surrender. So that looks like MilfGuard and Renion will be moving on to the final round. Congratulations on your victory here. Well played to all players. Thank you for participating. And we will see as we're looking at the final round here. It's possible that because we had a couple teams not show up, it's possible that a couple of the people that lost this game could potentially make it to the finals in some way. We are working out those details here with a possible Possible buy game, we'll see. But well played, and congrats to our winners. And stay tuned, as the next game will be underway very soon.